Now to the cackling witch herself, Joy Behar from The View, whose jealousy is something to behold.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be. Here is Joy objectifying the White House press secretary, saying she only has the job because...
The popular daytime talk show, The View, is at the center of a legal controversy that could threaten its future. Recent remarks made by the show's host about Karoline Leavitt, the youngest White House press secretary in history, have sparked a massive media firestorm, leading to a high-stakes lawsuit. Known for its fiery debates and bold opinions, The View has always pushed boundaries, but this time, the panelists may have gone too far. With mounting legal pressure, the show's future hangs in the balance. During a heated discussion about Leavitt's first press conference, Joy Behar, known for her confrontational style, made a remark that many are calling blatantly sexist. She joked that Leavitt was likely appointed because, in Donald Trump's view, she's a 10. The comment, which dismissed Leavitt's credentials and reduced her appointment to her appearance, quickly went viral. Many accused Behar of being disrespectful and hypocritical.
Into hot water again after they did the very thing they purport to be against, undermining women's success. Joy Behar stunned viewers when she said Donald Trump's press secretary, 27-year-old Karoline Leavitt, only secured her position because of her good looks.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
The comment was bizarre, especially coming from Joy Behar, who is as woke as they come and positions herself as a champion of feminism. This online commentator said, disgusting Joy Behar of The View accuses Karoline Leavitt of being hired only because Donald Trump thought she was a 10.
Especially considering The View's platform is supposed to support women in leadership positions. The backlash raised serious questions about how women in politics are treated in the media. Behar wasn't the only one under fire. Whoopi Goldberg also criticized Leavitt for her stance on wokeness during her initial briefing. Goldberg firmly stated, "You wouldn't even have the job without the very wokeness that you denounce." This remark fueled the controversy. Further, with critics accusing The View of attacking a young, accomplished woman simply because of her political views, the situation escalated when Goldberg and Behar launched a fierce verbal attack on Leavitt, claiming she didn't fully understand their points and even telling her to stop using certain words. This sparked widespread outrage, with many calling out the show's hypocrisy. Critics pointed out that while The View often promotes women's empowerment, it was now belittling a successful young woman because of her political affiliations. Social media erupted with comments accusing the hosts of a double standard. One user wrote, "If a Republican had said anything like this about a liberal woman, they'd be crucified." Another criticized Goldberg and Behar for undermining Leavitt's achievements by focusing on her looks rather than her qualifications. The controversy took a dramatic turn when it was revealed that Leavitt had filed a defamation lawsuit against Goldberg and Behar, accusing them of making slanderous remarks that harmed her professional reputation. Reports suggest the lawsuit is worth millions, sending shockwaves through the world of daytime television. As the lawsuit progressed, the hosts of The View scrambled to manage the fallout. They delivered a tearful on-air apology, hoping to repair the damage. Behar's voice trembled as she stated, "We deeply regret our remarks and any harm they may have caused." However, the apology was met with widespread skepticism. Many viewers believed the hosts were only apologizing because of the legal repercussions, not out of genuine remorse. One viewer commented, "They're not sorry for what they said. They're sorry they got caught." Despite the media frenzy, Leavitt, just 27 years old, remained composed and confident. Her performance at the White House briefing had already drawn praise from conservatives, and now the controversy was only amplifying her public profile. As rumors circulated that The View could face cancellation due to the lawsuit's financial burden, tensions behind the scenes were reportedly at an all-time high. Producers were scrambling to salvage the show's image, with speculation that Behar, a longtime controversial figure, might be let go as a result. Behind the scenes, reports suggested an escalating personal feud between Behar and Leavitt. Sources close to Leavitt claimed she was deeply hurt by Behar's comments and had no intention of backing down. Some even speculated that she was considering filing additional legal action. Meanwhile, Behar was reportedly furious over the backlash. feeling unfairly targeted and blaming external forces rather than accepting responsibility. Her refusal to acknowledge the damage of her words only fueled further division, leaving the show's once cohesive panel fractured. This internal discord spilled over into the rest of the cast. Alyssa Farah Griffin, a former Trump aide and one of the more moderate voices on the show, was reportedly critical of how the situation had been handled. Behind closed doors, whispers of a civil war within The View grew louder. Griffin advocated for a more balanced and respectful tone moving forward, while Bahar and Goldberg continued to stand by their comments. This created a tense dynamic among the hosts, and as the lawsuit dragged on, the divide only deepened.
Them.
Oh, please, his opponents are saying to this very day the same rhetoric that led to those two attempts. The second attempted on President Trump's life echoed the sentiment that President Trump is a democracy. And if you're a deranged lunatic and you're mentally ill, you will believe that lie. And yes, you will take political, like we have seen in two instances against President Trump. Last week, Tim Walz and Kamala Harris said that everyone who showed up to President Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden was a That's despicable, dangerous, divisive rhetoric that is spewed by the Democrat Party every single day. And I'm so sick and tired of the media pointing the finger at Donald Trump and saying that he is sowing division in this country. He is not. The media is for pushing hoaxes like the one that you all pushed today, and the Democrat Party is for pushing lies about him. But the good news is Americans don't buy it. And that's why today President Trump is more popular than he has been since 2016, because people don't trust the media.
In a now viral scorched earth video.
Goldberg also faced significant backlash, particularly for her remarks about wokeness. Many found them condescending and out of touch, especially considering Leavitt's impressive career at such a young age. Leavitt had already worked as an assistant press secretary, served as communications director for Representative Elise Stefanik, and played a crucial role in Donald Trump's 2024 campaign, all while balancing the responsibilities of being a new mother. Critics argued that rather than dismissing her, The View should have acknowledged her accomplishments. As public scrutiny of The View intensified, discussions about the show's future became unavoidable. If the lawsuit gained traction, it could permanently damage the program's reputation. Many longtime viewers questioned the sincerity of the host's apologies and whether the show had strayed too far.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason, because Black people couldn't get into colleges, because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all women.
Yeah.
See, this is not Black, Asian, this is all women. Women were not invited to this party. It was a man's world, and we busted our asses to make sure that this was a person's world.
This commentator said, Whoopi is mansplaining the press secretary job to Karoline Leavitt. Hilarious.
Far into divisive political attacks. Some even speculated that this controversy could mark the beginning of the end for The View, with audiences growing increasingly fatigued by the hostile rhetoric dominating daytime television. Meanwhile, the controversy appeared to be working in Karoline Leavitt's favor. Rather than shrinking under pressure, she was using the moment to expand her influence. What initially seemed like a personal attack was now turning into an opportunity for her to redefine her public image and solidify her position as a rising star in conservative politics. Instead of retreating, Leavitt leaned into the controversy, positioning herself as a strong, independent woman who refused to be silenced by mainstream media figures. Sources close to her revealed that she was consulting with top media strategists, public relations experts, and legal advisors to navigate the situation effectively. Rather than simply defending herself, she was looking ahead, strategizing how to turn this incident into a long-term advantage. Reports suggested that she was considering launching her own platform to discuss the challenges facing young professionals in politics, particularly conservative women. Given the traction the controversy had gained, many believed this was the perfect time for her to carve out her own media space.
She's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though. It's not her first job. It was her first press briefing. She worked in the previous Trump administration.
Some political insiders speculated that Leavitt might start a podcast or another media venture capitalizing on the attention she had gained. Conservative news outlets had already rallied around her, giving her a significant boost in visibility. If she played her cards right, she could use this moment to expand her reach beyond political circles and become a recognizable figure in mainstream media. One insider remarked, "She's not just defending herself, she's building a brand. This could be a defining